Hello and welcome to Nariel Des Tech. So today, I'm going to be kicking off my first episode by answering a question that I have been asked. How on earth do I change which sound stream my computer is going to? Because if you're like me, you have a lot of different audio sources. I have a front panel jack, I have a back panel jack, and I have two HDMI connections currently plugged in, with slots for two more. Now, HDMI also transmits sound, so sometimes when you plug in your HDMI, your computer will automatically go, oh hey, this is the device that they want the sound to go through. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. So I have music. And if things go well, when I hit play, yeah, there is no sound. Because I currently have my streaming set up to only pick up my speakers. And oh no, it's not going through my speakers. Oh dear, whatever shall I do? This trick will work on Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. So on Windows 7, you'll want to go onto your Start menu, click Control Panel. On your Windows 8 machine, you'll want to move your mouse into the bottom right-hand corner while on your desktop. Click on Settings. There's a control panel in there somewhere. I don't know, I don't spend a lot of time with Windows 8. With Windows 10, you just use the Start button and X. That brings up this handy little menu key where you can then click on Control Panel and bring up your control panel. Now, sometimes you'll come to this screen or to this screen sometimes. Now, I'm not entirely sure where it is in here, and I don't feel like looking. So what I always do is I always go to View by Category, and then if you go under Hardware and Sound, you can then find, let's just move this over here. You can then find your sound section right here. So under Sound, if you click on Manage Audio Devices, boop, you will get this little list here. Now you can see if we go under Recording, you can see that I currently have a couple different microphones hooked up. So I've got my Blue Snowball that I do most of my recording on because it sounds good, my HD webcam that I never use because the audio quality is terrible, and microphone, which is just from the microphone slot on the front of my computer. But we're not dealing with microphones right now, but you can see that there's sound levels for when I speak. So in the playback, you can see the same problem. When I come into here, I want to be playing through the speakers because that's what my headphones are hooked into. But those are my default communications device set up so I can use Skype. I just didn't change that default, but you can change that default either way. So if you right-click on your preferred device, such as speakers here, you can then do a little bit of a test, which should then hit both the right and the left sections in the test, so you can make sure that sound is coming through your preferred device. And you can also do that to figure out which device you want. Really? It's picking up XSplit as a speaker? So as you can see, right now it's selected my LED TV-O, which is an NVIDIA high definition audio. So that is my display port that is currently going through towards an HDMI connection. So my TV, if I were to unmute it, would be making a crap ton of sound right now because it's playing this song over here. So I want that to go through my speakers. So what do? I right click on the one that I want and I click Set as Default Device. There we go. Now we have sound. Which, by the way, if you have this Celldweller, is pretty good. And we'll just pause that music now because I'm trying to speak. So yeah, that is a simple thing that you can do. Now, if you never ever want to use a particular device, such as I don't want to use this one ever, you can right click on it and you can just disable it outright. That way then, even if something goes weird, it will never default to that because the device has been disabled for playback. For example, a couple weeks ago my computer decided to have a little bit of a conniption fit and decided that I don't have a graphics card. And considering that my graphics card that runs my connection, I have absolutely no idea how it decided that I don't have a graphics card because it was still showing me an image. But my graphics card just disappeared, which was not fun. I just had to restart the computer to fix that. But when I restarted the computer, it had reset everything back to its original defaults. And since I plugged in this one last, that one was defaulted for all of my audio. So yeah, just follow this one simple little trick. Just right click and then, oh, hang on. set as default device. You can also do that for set as default communications device. So then when Windows detects that this is a communication that's going on, so it's a back and forth instead of just, playback, it will also change. That might change for if you want to do other things, like if you want your Skype, which, by the way, you can change your Skype speakers through Skype itself individually, and a lot of other programs will allow you to do that as well. But that should allow you then, so if you're doing something, Windows can then detect that you were doing something and then switch it out for you. Just so it switches to the right speaker. If you have, about 20 speakers that you have set up, because I don't know what you're doing with your life. And if you ever have something disabled and you changed your mind and you don't want it, you can always just click Enable, and then you can use that as well. Okay, I think you guys are set up now to go out and change your speaker settings. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please leave a like. If you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't like it, well, there's also a dislike button. Just please subscribe and go out and do your tech things. Hopefully this series will become a bit more as I get asked more tech questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.